I've been married to Min for 4 months, and I can tell you the exact moment I realized I was in trouble. It wasn't at our wedding. Wasn't the first time he kissed me, or the first time he had me screaming his name against silk sheets in his penthouse. It was 3 nights ago when he came home at 11 p.m., loosened his tie, kissed my forehead like I was his sister, and went straight to his office. No lingering touch. No heated look. No hand sliding down my spine the way it usually does. Just distance. And Min doesn't do distance. Not with me. That was night 1. Night 2, he was in Tokyo for meetings. FaceTime at midnight, exhausted eyes, 5-minute conversation. He asked about my day. I asked about his deal. We said I love you. The screen went black. Night 3, he came home while I was already in bed. I felt the mattress dip, felt his arm come around my waist, and I thought, finally. But he just pressed his face into my neck, breathed deep, and fell asleep. Night 4, yesterday, he kissed me goodbye in the morning. A real kiss, the kind that made my toes curl and my fingers grip his shirt. Then he pulled back, touched my bottom lip with his thumb, and whispered, "Soon." That's it. Just that one word. Soon. Like a promise. Like a threat. 4 days. It's been 4 days since my husband touched me the way I need, and I'm starting to lose my mind. I'm not some desperate housewife pining for attention. I run HR for Hartman Real Estate Group, one of the most cutthroat firms in Manhattan. I've got a corner office on the 32nd floor, a salary that lets me keep my West Village apartment even after marrying a billionaire, and enough clout that board members think twice before crossing me. I negotiated my own prenup, kept my own bank accounts, made it clear from day 1 that I wasn't marrying Min for his money. I married him because when he looked at me across that charity gala 16 months ago, something in my chest cracked open that I didn't know was closed. But right now, lying in his bed at 6:15 on a Wednesday morning, wearing nothing but his t-shirt, I don't feel like a powerful executive. I feel like a woman who's been starving. The space beside me is empty. The sheets are cold. I can hear the shower running in the master bath, water hitting marble, steam probably fogging up the glass. And my body does something embarrassing. It clenches, just from knowing he's naked and wet 20 feet away. I throw off the covers and swing my legs out of bed. My bare feet hit cool hardwood, and I pad toward the kitchen, trying to shake off the ache that's been building low in my belly for days. I need coffee. I need to not think about the fact that my husband has barely looked at me in 4 days, let alone touched me. Except I know Min. And Min doesn't do anything without intention. Which means this distance. It's deliberate. The bastard is making me wait. The kitchen is flooded with early morning light, all clean lines and expensive everything. Floor-to-ceiling windows overlook Central Park, the trees just starting to turn gold and amber. I reach for the coffee beans, a dark roast from some boutique place in Brooklyn that Min orders by the pound, and measure them out with hands that are steadier than my pulse. The grinder hums. The espresso machine hisses and gurgles. I'm pouring steamed milk when I hear the shower cut off. My hand pauses mid-pour. Cream swirls into dark liquid, hypnotic, and I watch it like it's the most interesting thing in the world instead of what it actually is, a distraction from the fact that my heart just kicked up in my chest. I tell myself to keep moving, to finish the coffee, check my emails, act like a woman who has her shit together. Instead, I just stand there, mug in hand, staring at nothing. Footsteps. Slow, deliberate, moving down the hallway toward me. I don't turn around. I lift the mug to my lips and take a sip that burns my tongue. But I barely notice because every nerve in my body is focused on the man moving closer. Closer. Then I feel him. The air changes. Gets heavier. Warmer. Charged with something electric that makes the hair on my arms stand up. Morning. His voice is low, rough from sleep, and way too close. Right behind me. I freeze, mug halfway to my mouth, cream still swirling. Min reaches over my shoulder, his bare chest brushing against my back for half a second, and grabs a mug from the cabinet above me. His arm extends past my face. I can see the muscles in his forearm flex, can see water droplets still clinging to his skin, can smell his shower gel mixed with something underneath that's just him. Cedar and smoke and Min. My breath catches. You're up early. I manage, not turning around, not trusting myself to look at him yet. Couldn't sleep. His voice rumbles through my spine, vibrates in my chest, settles low in my belly. He's so close I can feel the heat radiating off him. can feel the whisper of his breath against my hair. I force myself to stay still, to not lean back into him, to not do something desperate like turn around and ask him why the hell he's been making me wait. Bad dreams? I ask, and I'm proud of how casual I sound. No, there's a pause. Just thinking. About you. That single word lands like a match struck in a dark room. I turn my head just slightly, just enough to see him in my peripheral vision. He's shirtless. Dark hair still damp and falling over his forehead. Sharp jaw shadowed with stubble he hasn't shaved yet. Broad shoulders that taper to a narrow waist. The kind of chest that makes my hands ache to touch it, to dig my nails in, to mark him the way he's marked me. And he's looking at me with those dark, unreadable eyes that have closed billion-dollar deals and made grown men back down. But when he looks at me like this, I don't see the CEO. I see the man who knows exactly how to make me beg. Coffee? I ask, and my voice sounds steadier than I feel. Please. I pour, focusing on the task because it's easier than looking at him. My hand doesn't shake. Barely. He takes the mug from me, fingers brushing mine for a beat too long, and I swear I feel that touch between my thighs. You have meetings today? He asks, leaning against the counter beside me now, all casual power and controlled energy. All afternoon. Budget reviews, then a disciplinary hearing at 3. He takes a slow sip, watching me over the rim. You'll handle it. I always do. I know. The pride in those 2 words makes something warm bloom in my chest. Silence stretches between us. Not uncomfortable. Just loaded. Heavy with everything we're not saying. I should move. Should go get dressed, check my calendar. Do literally anything other than stand here in his t-shirt with nothing underneath while he looks at me like that. But I don't move. Neither does he. The kitchen feels smaller suddenly. The air thicker. I'm hyper-aware of every detail. The sound of his breathing, the flex of his fingers around the mug, the way his eyes track the movement of my throat when I swallow. You've been busy, I say finally, breaking the silence because I can't stand it anymore. I have. For days. His eyebrow lifts, and there's something dangerous in the curve of his mouth. You counting? Should I not be? Depends. On. Whether you're keeping track because you're annoyed or because you're desperate. The bluntness of it steals my breath. I set down my mug carefully, deliberately, and turn to face him fully. What if it's both? Something flickers in his expression. Heat. Satisfaction. Like I just confirmed something he already knew. Good, he says simply. Good. He sets down his own mug and takes one step closer. Just one. But it's enough to make my breath catch, enough to trap me between his body and the counter. You miss me, Diana? The way he says my name, low, deliberate, like he's tasting it, makes my stomach flip. I see you every day, I say, but even I can hear how weak that sounds. That's not what I asked. His eyes lock on mine, demanding honesty, demanding surrender. Yes, I breathe. Yes, what? He's testing me, pushing. And I know this game. He wants me to say it, to admit it. Yes, I miss you. Miss what? My pulse is hammering now. You know what? Say it anyway. I swallow hard. I miss your hands on me. I miss the way you look at me when you want me. I miss waking up with you still inside me. His jaw tightens. Just barely. But I see it. Victory surges through me. His hand comes up, fingers brushing the side of my neck. Light. Barely there. But I feel it everywhere. In my nipples tightening beneath his shirt, in the heat pooling between my thighs, in the sharp intake of breath I can't control. I've been busy, he says softly, thumb stroking once along my jaw. Dealing with the Singapore acquisition. My father's board meeting. The launch in Seoul. I know, but I haven't forgotten about you. My pulse is pounding in my throat, right where his fingers rest, and I know he can feel it. Haven't you? I whisper, and there's more vulnerability in those 2 words than I intended. His eyes soften. Just for a moment. Just enough for me to see the man beneath the control. Not for a second. Then he drops his hand and steps back. I almost whimper at the loss of contact. The cool air rushes in where his warmth was, and I have to grip the counter to keep myself steady. I have a call at 7, he says, like he didn't just make my knees weak. Like he didn't just leave me aching. I'll be home early tonight. Early. That word lands in my chest like a promise. Like a warning. How early? I ask, and I hate how breathless I sound. 6. My breath hitches. 6. That's 3 hours earlier than he's been getting home all week. Okay, I manage. He picks up his mug, drains the rest of his coffee in one long swallow, and sets it in the sink. Then he moves past me toward the bedroom, and I think that's it, but his hand grazes the small of my back as he passes. Just a touch. Nothing more. But it's enough to make me bite my lip to keep from making a sound. I hear him moving in the bedroom. The slide of hangers. The clink of his belt. The rustle of expensive fabric. I'm still standing in the kitchen, hands gripping the counter, when he comes back out fully dressed in one of his perfectly tailored suits. Charcoal gray, crisp white shirt, dark tie that probably costs more than most people's monthly rent. All sharp lines and controlled power. He's transformed from the man with damp hair and bare chest to the CEO who runs a global empire. But I can still see the hunger in his eyes when he looks at me. He stops in the doorway, briefcase in hand, and just looks at me. Really looks at me. His gaze travels from my bare feet, up my legs, slowly, deliberately. Pauses where his t-shirt hits mid-thigh, lingers on the way the fabric drapes over my breasts, moves to my face. You're not wearing anything under that, are you? It's not really a question. My mouth goes dry. No. He makes a sound low in his throat. Not quite a growl. Close. Good, he says, voice rough. Then softer, almost to himself. Christ, Diana. Min. Tonight, he interrupts, and there's steel in his voice now. Command. Be ready for me. Then he's gone. I hear the front door close. Hear the elevator ding. And I just stand there, breathing too hard, skin too hot, body already aching. 4 days. 4 days of nothing, and one look from him has me wrecked. I force myself to move eventually. Shower. Get dressed. Pull on my charcoal pencil skirt and cream blouse, the armor I wear to make grown men nervous in conference rooms. Add my Louboutins, the black ones with the red soles that make me 3 inches taller and infinitely more intimidating. I blow dry my hair until it falls in smooth waves past my shoulders. Apply makeup with a steady hand, foundation, mascara, the red lipstick that says I'm not someone you want to mess with. But underneath all of it, I can still feel where his fingers touched my neck. I'm in the back of an Uber, halfway to the office, scrolling through emails I'm not really reading, when my phone buzzes. A text. From Min. My heart slams against my ribs. I open it. Tonight. Wear the black dress. Nothing underneath. My breath stops. I read it again. Then again. My thighs press together involuntarily, and I have to close my eyes for a second because the heat that floods through me is so sudden, so visceral. I almost gasp out loud in the back of this car. The black dress. I know exactly which one he means. The one he bought me 2 months ago. The one that hugs every curve and hits just above my knees. The one with the low back and thin straps. The one he took off me so slowly the first time I wore it that I was shaking by the time it hit the floor. He's been waiting, building to this, making me feel the absence so that when he finally touches me again, I'll be desperate for it. And I am. God, I am. I don't text back. I don't need to. He knows I'll do exactly what he said. He always knows. The rest of my morning is a blur. I sit through a budget review meeting where Jonathan from Finance drones on about Q4 projections and cost optimization strategies. I nod at the right times. I ask pointed questions that make him scramble through his notes. I look engaged. But my mind is somewhere else entirely. It's on the text sitting in my phone. Tonight. Wear the black dress. Nothing underneath. I cross my legs tighter under the conference table and try to focus on the spreadsheet projected on the wall. Numbers. Data. Things that should matter. They don't. All I can think about is Min's voice this morning. The way his chest felt against my back. The way he looked at me like he was already undoing me in his mind. Diana, your thoughts? I blink. Everyone's looking at me. The numbers look solid. I say smoothly, because I've been doing this job long enough to bullshit my way through anything. But I want to see a breakdown of the benefits allocation before we finalize. Send it to me by end of day. Jonathan nods, looking relieved that I'm not tearing his projections apart. The meeting ends. I stand, smooth my skirt, and walk back to my office like a woman who has everything under control. I close the door behind me and lean against it. It's 11:47 a.m. 6 hours and 13 minutes until Min comes home. I move to my desk, pull up my calendar. 3 more meetings. A disciplinary hearing at 3. A call with our Seattle office at 4:30. I can do this. I can get through the day. My phone buzzes again. I snatch it up so fast I almost drop it. Another text from Min. Are you thinking about me? My breath comes out shaky. I type back before I can stop myself. Yes. 3 dots appear immediately. He's typing. What are you thinking? I bite my lip. My fingers hover over the keyboard. That 6 o'clock feels very far away. The response comes fast. Good. I want you aching for me. Heat floods my face, my chest lower. I set the phone down on my desk and press my palms flat against the cool wood, trying to ground myself. This is insane. I'm at work. I have 3 more meetings and a mountain of emails to get through. But all I can feel is the throb between my thighs and the way my body is already responding to words on a screen. Another buzz. I've been thinking about you all morning. About the way you looked in my shirt. About what's underneath that skirt right now. Oh God. Min, I type back. I have meetings. I know. That's what makes this fun. I can practically hear the smirk in his words. You're cruel. No, baby. I'm patient. There's a difference. My thighs clench at the endearment. He doesn't use it often. Only when he wants to remind me that underneath all the power and control, I'm his. I have to go. I type, even though I don't want to. Go. Work. Be the terrifying VP who makes men sweat in boardrooms. A pause then. But remember who makes you sweat. I set the phone down and press my fingers to my temples. 6 hours. I can survive 6 hours. I don't survive. By 2:30 p.m., I've snapped at my assistant twice, sent back a report with more red ink than original text, and seriously considered canceling the disciplinary hearing just so I can leave early. But I don't, because I'm Diana Wagner, and I don't leave work early just because my husband sent me a few dirty texts. Even if those texts have me squirming in my chair every time I think about them. The disciplinary hearing at 3 is brutal. A senior associate who got caught falsifying timesheets. He tries to charm his way out of it. Smiles at me like we're friends. Calls me by my first name like that'll help. I fire him in under 10 minutes. When he's gone, my assistant pokes her head in. You okay? You seem tense. I'm fine, Marie. Just a long day. She doesn't look convinced, but she nods and closes the door. I check my phone. 3:47 p.m. 2 hours and 13 minutes. I stand up and walk to the floor-to-ceiling windows that overlook Manhattan. The city sprawls out below me, all glass and steel and endless ambition. I built a life here, a career, an identity that has nothing to do with being someone's wife. But right now, all I want is to go home and let my husband ruin me. My phone buzzes. I don't even hesitate this time. What are you wearing right now? I glance down at myself. Charcoal skirt, cream blouse, heels. You saw me this morning. Tell me anyway. I type slowly, deliberately. Pencil skirt. Silk blouse. The black heels you like. And underneath? My breath hitches. You'll find out tonight. There's a longer pause this time. Then, Diana. Just my name. But the way he types it, I can hear the warning in it. Black lace, I type back. The set you bought me in Paris. Damn, that single word sends a thrill through me. But tonight, I add, you said nothing underneath the dress. So I'll have to change. Don't change yet. Why not? Because I want to think about you sitting in your office in that lace, knowing that in a few hours, I'm going to peel it off you so slowly you'll beg me to hurry. My hand goes to my throat. My pulse is racing. Min, 2 hours, Diana. Can you wait 2 more hours? I've waited 4 days. Then 2 more hours should be easy. I almost laugh. Almost. You're enjoying this. Very much. I can picture him. In his office, probably in a meeting, typing these messages under the table while discussing merger terms or acquisition strategies. The thought of him sitting there, all controlled and professional, while texting me about peeling off my lingerie. It does something to me. I have to go. I type. Seattle's calling in 5 minutes. All right. But Diana. Yes. When you get home tonight, I want you in that dress. Hair down. No jewelry except your wedding ring. And be ready for me to take my time. I stare at the message. How much time? All night if I want it. My core clenches. Okay. I type back because what else can I say? Good girl. I set the phone down with shaking hands. 4:02 p.m. 1 hour and 58 minutes. The Seattle call is a disaster. I'm distracted, unfocused. I have to ask them to repeat questions twice. By the time we hang up at 5:15, I know I'll have to follow up tomorrow to cover for how scattered I was. I don't care. I shut down my computer, grab my bag, and walk out of my office. Marie looks up in surprise. You're leaving? I have plans. But the Dennison report. Tomorrow, Marie. It can wait until tomorrow. I'm in the elevator before she can respond. The ride down feels endless. 32 floors of fluorescent lights and smooth jazz, and me trying not to think about what's waiting at home. I fail. By the time I hit the lobby, my heart is pounding. The Uber I called is already waiting. I slide into the back seat and give the driver Min's address. Our address, I suppose, though I still think of it as his. Traffic is thick. Midtown is always a nightmare at this hour. We crawl through Columbus Circle, past Lincoln Center, up into the Upper West Side. 5:47 p.m. 13 minutes. I pull out my phone and open my texts. Min hasn't written since that last message. Good girl. I close my eyes and try to breathe. When we finally pull up to his building, our building, the doorman Thomas opens my car door with a smile. Good evening, Mrs. Kong. I still haven't gotten used to that. Mrs. Kong. Evening, Thomas. The elevator ride to the penthouse is silent except for my breathing and the soft hum of machinery. I watch the numbers climb. 18, 24, 30, 35. The doors slide open directly into the penthouse foyer. I step out. The apartment is quiet. No sign of Min yet. I check my phone. 5:54 p.m. 6 minutes. I walk to the bedroom, my heels clicking against marble, then muffled by the plush rug. The black dress is hanging in my section of the closet, right where I left it. I strip efficiently. Skirt, blouse, heels. The black lace set, bra, panties, garter belt, all of it comes off. I stand naked for a moment, looking at myself in the full-length mirror. My body is flushed, nipples already tight. I can see the rapid rise and fall of my chest. For months married, and Min still does this to me. I slip the dress over my head. It slides down my body like water, hugs my curves, stops just above my knees. The back dips low, almost to the base of my spine. Nothing underneath. Just like he said. I take out my hair tie and let my dark hair fall loose over my shoulders. No jewelry except my wedding ring. A simple platinum band that catches the light. I look at my reflection. I look like a woman waiting for her husband. I look like a woman who's been desperate for 4 days. I look like a woman who's about to be thoroughly claimed. The front door opens. My breath stops. I hear his keys hit the entry table. Hear his briefcase thud softly onto the floor. Hear the sound of his shoes being kicked off. Then footsteps. Slow, deliberate, coming toward the bedroom. I don't move. I stand there in front of the mirror, heart pounding, skin tingling, every nerve ending alive. He appears in the doorway, still in his suit, tie loosened, top button undone, hair slightly mussed like he's been running his hands through it. And his eyes, God, his eyes. Dark, hungry, focused entirely on me. He doesn't speak. Neither do I. He just looks at me, takes me in. The dress, my bare shoulders, the curve of my hips, my legs, my face. The silence stretches so long I almost break it. Then he moves. 3 steps and he's behind me, and I can see both of us in the mirror now. Him still fully dressed, towering over me. Me in nothing but a slip of black fabric. His hand comes up, fingers trailing from my shoulder down my arm, so light I barely feel it. But I shiver anyway. You followed instructions, he says, voice low. I always do. Do you? His hand slides to my waist, grips firmly, pulls me back against him. I can feel him already. Hard, pressing against my lower back. When it comes to this, I breathe, yes. His other hand comes up, brushing my hair aside, exposing my neck. 4 days, he murmurs against my skin. I made you wait 4 days. You did. Was it cruel? Yes. Good. His lips touch my neck. Just barely. A whisper of contact. I bite back a moan. I want you to remember this feeling, he says, his breath hot against my ear. This ache. This need. Because this is what you do to me every single day. My eyes flutter closed. Min. I walk into meetings thinking about you. I close deals while remembering how you sound when you come. I can't focus because all I want is to be inside you. His hand slides from my waist down to the hem of my dress. So yes, Diana, I made you wait, because I wanted you to feel even a fraction of what you do to me. His fingers slip under the fabric. Touch bare skin. I gasp. Nothing underneath, he confirms, voice rough with satisfaction. Just like I told you. Yes. And you're already wet for me, aren't you? I can't speak. Can only nod. His fingers slide higher, teasing, not quite touching where I need him. Say it. I'm wet for you. How wet? Min, please. How? Wet. Soaked, I gasp out. I've been soaked since this morning. He makes that sound again, that almost growl that I feel in my bones. Then his fingers finally touch me where I'm aching. I cry out. Look at us, he commands. I open my eyes. See us in the mirror. His hand disappearing under my dress. My head falling back against his shoulder. My mouth open. My body trembling. This is mine, he says, fingers moving in slow, torturous circles. You're mine. Yes. Say it. I'm yours. Again. I'm yours, Min. I'm yours. He spins me around so fast I don't have time to process it. His mouth crashes onto mine, and I taste coffee and hunger and 4 days of restraint breaking all at once. I grab his shirt, pulling him closer, kissing him back with everything I've got. His hands are everywhere. In my hair. On my waist. Sliding up to cup my breasts through the thin fabric of the dress. I'm already panting when he pulls back. Dinner first, he says. I blink. What? I made reservations. Min. I said I'd take my time, Diana. And I meant it. He steps back, smoothing his tie, and I want to scream. You can't be serious. Very serious. Min, I swear to God. Dinner, he says firmly, but there's heat in his eyes. Then I'll give you everything you need. But first, I'm going to sit across from you in a restaurant and watch you try to eat while knowing exactly what's waiting when we get home. That's cruel. I know, he says and smiles. Get your coat. The restaurant is a mistake. Not because it isn't beautiful. It is. Soft lighting, leather booths, the kind of place where a bottle of wine costs more than most people's car payments. It's a mistake because I can barely breathe, let alone eat. We're tucked in a corner booth, dimly lit, private enough that no one can see the way Min's hand rests on my thigh under the table. High enough to be innocent. Low enough to make me insane. You should eat, he says, taking a slow sip of his wine. I look down at my plate. Some kind of fish. Vegetables arranged artfully. I've taken maybe 3 bites. I'm not hungry. Liar. His hand slides higher. Just an inch. His fingers press into the soft flesh of my inner thigh. My fork clatters against the plate. Min, I warn, voice low. Yes, you're being cruel. Am I? His thumb strokes back and forth, slow, deliberate. I'm just having dinner with my wife. Your hand is halfway up my dress. Is it? He looks down like he's surprised. I hadn't noticed. I glare at him. He smiles. That slow, dangerous smile that makes my stomach flip. Eat, Diana. I can't. Try. I pick up my fork with shaking hands and spear a piece of asparagus. Bring it to my mouth. Chew. Swallow. It tastes like nothing. All I can focus on is his hand. His thumb still making those maddening circles on my skin. Good girl, he murmurs. Those 2 words shoot straight between my legs. I set down my fork. How long are we staying? As long as I want. Min, you waited 4 days, Diana. You can wait another hour. I can't. You will. His hand slides higher. So high now that if he moved just a little more, he'd feel how wet I am. But he doesn't. He just keeps that torturous pressure there. Not enough, never enough. The waiter appears. How is everything? Perfect, Min says smoothly, not looking away from me. Wonderful. Can I get you anything else? Just the check. When you have a moment. Of course, sir. The waiter disappears. Min leans closer, his breath hot against my ear. You're trembling. You know I am. Why? Because you've been teasing me all day. Have I? The texts. This. I gesture to his hand under the table. All of it. And what do you want me to do about it? Touch me. Really touch me. Here. His eyebrow arches. In public. My face flushes. No. At home. Please, Min. Take me home. He pulls back just enough to look at me. Really look at me. You want me that badly? You know I do. Tell me what you want. You. Inside me. Making me come so hard I forget my own name. His jaw tightens. His hand grips my thigh harder. Check, he says, voice rough. He doesn't call for the waiter. He just says it to the air. And somehow the waiter appears within seconds. Min throws down his black card without looking at the bill. We're out of the restaurant in under 3 minutes. The car ride home is torture. Min's driver, David, is professional enough to keep his eyes on the road. which is good, because Min's hand is back under my dress the second the partition goes up. Min. I gasp as his fingers brush against me. David. Can't see anything. Can't hear anything. But. Quiet, Diana. His fingers slide through my wetness, and I bite my lip to keep from crying out. So wet, he murmurs, almost to himself. You've been like this all day, haven't you? I nod, not trusting my voice. Since this morning. Since I touched your neck in the kitchen. Yes. And at work. In all those meetings. Yes. His finger circles my clit. Once. Twice. My hips jerk forward involuntarily. Stay still, he commands. I try. God, I try. But when his finger slides inside me, I can't help the moan that escapes. Quiet, he warns again. Unless you want David to hear how desperate you are. I press my hand over my mouth. Min adds a second finger. Pumps slowly. His thumb finds my clit. My thighs start to shake. Not yet, he says. Min, please. Not yet. He pulls his hand away completely. I actually whimper. Soon, he promises. When we get home, I'm going to do things to you that'll have you screaming. But not here. Not yet. The car pulls up to the building. David opens the door, and somehow I manage to step out on shaking legs. Thomas the doorman greets us with his usual smile. Good evening. Evening, Thomas. Min says easily, like he didn't just have his fingers inside me 30 seconds ago. The elevator ride is silent except for my ragged breathing. Min stands with his hands in his pockets, looking perfectly composed. I'm falling apart. The doors open. We step into the penthouse. And the second the elevator closes behind us, Min moves. He grabs my waist, spins me around, and presses me against the wall. His mouth is on mine before I can breathe. This isn't like the kiss earlier. This is hungry, desperate, for days of restraint breaking all at once. I kiss him back just as fiercely, my hands fisting in his shirt, pulling him closer. His hands slide down to my ass, lifting me. My legs wrap around his waist automatically. He carries me like I weigh nothing, his mouth never leaving mine, down the hallway toward the bedroom. We don't make it. He stops halfway, pushes me against another wall, and his hand slides up my thigh, under my dress. This dress, he growls against my mouth. You told me to wear it. I know, and I've been thinking about taking it off you all goddamn night. His fingers find me again, slide inside. I cry out. That's it, he says. Let me hear you. No one here but us now. He pumps his fingers faster, harder, his thumb working my clit in tight circles. My head falls back against the wall. Min, oh God, Min. You're close already. Yes. 4 days. 4 days of nothing. And now look at you. About to come on my fingers in the hallway. Please. Please what? Please let me come. Not yet. He pulls his fingers away again. I actually sob in frustration. Bedroom, he says. Now. He sets me down. My legs are shaking so badly I can barely walk. But I do. I walk to the bedroom, and he follows, and I can feel his eyes on me the entire time. When I reach the bed, I turn around. He's standing in the doorway. Tie loose. Shirt partially unbuttoned. Looking at me like I'm something he's about to devour. Take off the dress, he says. My hands go to the straps. Slide them down my shoulders. The dress pulls at my feet. I'm completely naked now. Standing in front of him. Bare. Exposed. Desperate. His eyes travel over every inch of me. Christ, Diana. You're perfect. Min. On the bed. On your back. I obey. The sheets are cool against my overheated skin. I lie back, and he finally moves. He shrugs off his jacket, unbuttons his shirt, undoes his belt. Each movement is deliberate. Slow. You're still making me wait, I accuse. I told you. I'm taking my time. His shirt hits the floor. His pants follow. And then he's standing there in just his boxer briefs, and I can see how hard he is. How much he wants this. Wants me. He climbs onto the bed, settles between my thighs. But he doesn't touch me. Not yet. He just looks. Min, please. Tell me what you need. You. I need you. Where? Everywhere. Anywhere. I don't care. Just touch me. He leans down, presses a kiss to my stomach. Then lower still. His breath ghosts over where I'm aching, and my hips lift off the bed. Stay still, he commands. I can't. You can. And you will. Then his mouth is on me. I scream. His tongue works in slow, deliberate strokes. Tasting. exploring, like he has all the time in the world, like I'm not dying. My hands fist in the sheets, in his hair, anywhere I can reach. He groans against me, and the vibration makes my back arch. Min, oh God, Min. He slides 2 fingers inside me while his mouth focuses on my clit. And I shatter. The orgasm tears through me so violently I actually see stars. My whole body convulses. My thighs try to close around his head, but he holds them open, working me through it, wringing every last tremor from me. When I finally come down, I'm gasping, shaking. He pulls back, lips glistening, and looks up at me with dark, satisfied eyes. That's 1, he says. 1. I told you. All night if I want. Before I can respond, he's moving up my body. His mouth finds mine, and I taste myself on his tongue. His hand cups my breast, thumb brushing over my nipple. I'm still sensitive, still trembling from the first orgasm. But I want more. I reach down between us, palm him through his boxer briefs. He's so hard, so thick. He groans into my mouth. Diana, I want you inside me. Not yet. Min. I said not yet. He pulls back, strips off his boxer briefs. And God, for months, and the sight of him still makes my mouth water. He strokes himself once, twice, his eyes never leaving mine. Turn over, he says. I flip onto my stomach. His hands grip my hips, pull me up onto my knees. I feel him behind me, the head of his cock pressing against my entrance. Please, I beg. Please what? Please make love to me. Please, Min. I've waited so long. He pushes inside in one hard thrust. I cry out into the pillow. He's so deep like this. So deep I can barely breathe. He doesn't move. Just stays there, buried inside me. You feel that? He asks, voice strained. Yes, that's what you do to me. That's how much I want you. Then he starts to move. Slow at first. Long, deep strokes that make me whimper. But he doesn't stay slow. His pace picks up. Harder. Faster. His hands grip my hips so tightly I know I'll have bruises tomorrow. I don't care. I push back to meet every thrust. The sound of skin on skin fills the room, mixed with my moans and his ragged breathing. So perfect, he growls. So tight. So wet. One of his hands slides around, finds my clit. I explode again. This orgasm is different. Deeper. It rolls through me in waves that don't stop. I'm screaming his name, fisting the sheets. Completely undone. He doesn't stop. Again, he demands. I can't. Yes, you can. Give me another one. Min. Now Diana. And somehow impossibly I do. The third orgasm crashes into me before the second has fully faded. I collapse forward onto the bed, but he follows me down, still inside me, his body covering mine completely. His hand slides under me, cups my breast. His mouth is at my ear. You're taking me so well. So perfect for me. I can't speak. Can't think. Can only feel. He thrusts deeper, and I feel him start to lose control. His rhythm stutters. His breathing gets harsh. Diana. Yes. Please. Come inside me. That's all it takes. He buries himself as deep as he can go and comes with a guttural groan that I feel in my bones. His whole body tenses, then shudders. He collapses on top of me, both of us gasping for air. For a long moment, neither of us moves. Then he pulls out gently, rolls us both onto our sides, so he can pull me against his chest. His heart is pounding. I can feel it against my back. You okay? He murmurs into my hair. I nod. Can't speak yet. His hand slides down my stomach, between my thighs. I gasp. Min. Just checking. His fingers slide through the wetness there. His and mine mixed together. You're still so sensitive, he observes. Yes. His finger circles my clit. Gentle. Teasing. Min, I can't. You can. And you will. I've already 3 times. I know. But I'm not done with you yet. He rolls me onto my back. Settles between my thighs again. And I see it in his eyes. He meant what he said. All night if he wants. Round 2, he says, and before I can protest, he's pushing inside me again. I'm oversensitive. Tender. But God, it feels good. He moves slowly this time. Almost gentle. His eyes locked on mine. I love you, he says. My heart clenches. I love you too. I love how you look right now. Wrecked. Satisfied. Mine. I am yours. Say it again. I'm yours, Min. Always. He kisses me, soft and deep, and starts to move faster. This time we come together. His name on my lips, my name on his, connected in every possible way. Afterward, we lie tangled in sheets that smell like sex and sweat and us. His fingers trace lazy patterns on my hip. For days, I say softly. For days, he agrees. Don't ever make me wait that long again. He chuckles. No promises. I turn in his arms to look at him. I'm serious. His expression softens. I know. I'm sorry. Work has been. I know. I get it. But Min, I need you. Not just like this. I need you present. Here. With me. I know. He cups my face. I'll do better. I promise. I believe him. Because this, us, it's worth fighting for. Worth waiting for. Worth everything. He pulls me closer, and I rest my head on his chest, listening to his heartbeat slow. I'm not done with you, he murmurs. I look up. What? I said all night. I meant it. My eyes widen. Min. But he's already moving, rolling me onto my back again. And I realize he's still hard. Still ready. Still hungry. Min. Once more, he says. I want you once more. Then I'll let you rest. I don't know if I can. You can. His hand slides between my thighs. You're already getting wet again. He's right. My body is responding to him already. This is insane, I breathe. I know. He pushes inside me again, and we both groan. But you love it, he says. And God help me, I do. I wake to sunlight streaming through the floor-to-ceiling windows and the feeling of Min's arm heavy across my waist. For a moment, I don't move. Don't even breathe. I just lie there, feeling the pleasant ache in my body. Between my thighs. In my hips. My breasts. Evidence of last night everywhere. We went 4 more times after that third round. 4. By the end, I was boneless. Incoherent. Just sensation and Min's voice in my ear telling me I could give him one more, just one more. And I did. Every time. I shift slightly, and my body protests. Not painfully. Just thoroughly used. Min's arm tightens around me. Don't move, he murmurs, voice rough with sleep. I wasn't. Good. His hand slides down my stomach. Settles between my thighs. I catch his wrist. Min. I can't. Can't or won't. Can't. I'm sore. His hand gentles immediately. Moves back up to my hip. Sorry, he says softly. Don't be. Last night was. I trail off, not sure how to finish that sentence. Intense. That's one word for it. He chuckles, and I feel it vibrate through his chest against my back. You were incredible, he says. I was incoherent. Same thing. I smile despite myself. We lie there in comfortable silence. The city wakes up outside our windows. Car horns. Sirens in the distance. The hum of millions of people starting their day. But in here, it's just us. Just this. What time is it? I ask eventually. 7:30. Shit. I have a 9 o'clock meeting. Cancel it. I can't just. Diana. He pulls me tighter against him. Cancel it. Stay here with me. Min. Last night. I say softly. That was worth the wait. Was it? Yes. But Min, I don't need grand gestures. I don't need marathon sex sessions. Though I'm not complaining. I touch his face. I just need you present. Here. With me. Even if it's just 10 minutes before bed where we actually talk. I can do that. Promise. I promise. He kisses me then. Soft and slow and sweet. When he pulls back, there's heat in his eyes again. Min, I warn. I know. You're sore. His hand slides down my side. But I can still touch you. Gently. Min, let me take care of you. His fingers find me, and despite the soreness, despite everything, my body responds. You're impossible, I breathe. You love it. His touch is feather light. Careful. He's not trying to make me come. Just touching. Appreciating. You're so soft here, he murmurs. So warm. Min, just relax. Let me love you. And somehow, with his gentle touches and soft words, the ache transforms into something else. Not urgent need. Just warmth. Connection. When I do come, it's soft. Rolling. Like a wave instead of a crash. I breathe through it, eyes closed, his name a whisper on my lips. Beautiful, he says. You're so beautiful when you let go. I open my eyes to find him watching me with such tenderness it makes my throat tight. I love you, I say. I love you too. He kisses my forehead. More than I know how to say. Show me then. So he does. We don't leave the bed for another hour. We talk. We touch. We kiss. He tells me about the stress of the Singapore acquisition. I tell him about the nightmare budget review and the associate I had to fire. Normal things. Married things. The kind of intimacy that doesn't require nakedness, but somehow feels just as vulnerable. Eventually, my stomach growls. Min laughs. When's the last time you ate? 3 bites of fish at dinner. Diana. I was distracted. By what? He's grinning now. You know exactly what. He kisses my nose. Stay here. I'll make breakfast. You're going to cook? Don't sound so surprised. I'm not completely useless in a kitchen. You have a private chef. Who has Thursdays off? He climbs out of bed, gloriously naked, and stretches. I admire the view shamelessly. He catches me looking and smirks. See something you like? Maybe. Just maybe. Definitely. He pulls on boxer briefs and a t-shirt, and I mourn the loss of the view. What do you want? He asks. You. Besides that. Pancakes. Bacon. Coffee. Lots of coffee. Done. He disappears toward the kitchen, and I lie there for a moment, just smiling at the ceiling. For months married, and I'm still discovering new things about him, like the fact that apparently he can cook. Eventually, I drag myself out of bed. My legs are shaky. Everything is shaky. I pull on one of Min's shirts, a white button-down that hits mid-thigh, and pad toward the kitchen. The smell of coffee and bacon greets me. Min is at the stove, spatula in hand, looking ridiculously domestic and completely out of place. You're actually cooking, I say from the doorway. He looks up. His eyes darken when he sees me in his shirt. You can't wear that and expect me to focus on pancakes. It's just a shirt. It's my shirt. On you. That's different. I move into the kitchen, and he watches my every step. Eyes on the pancakes, Chef Min. I'd rather look at you. Flattery will get you everywhere. I'm counting on it. I pour myself coffee and lean against the counter, watching him work. He's surprisingly competent. The pancakes are golden. The bacon crispy but not burnt. Where did you learn to cook? I ask. My mother. Before she passed, she insisted I learn at least the basics. Said I shouldn't be completely dependent on staff. There's a softness in his voice when he mentions his mother. He doesn't talk about her often. She'd be proud of you, I say quietly. Would she? Min, look at what you've built, what you've accomplished. Of course she would. He plates the pancakes, adds bacon, and turns to face me. I hope so. He sets the plate on the counter. But I think she'd be more proud that I found you. My throat tightens. Min, I mean it. She always said the measure of a man isn't his wealth or his power. It's how he treats the woman he loves. And how do you treat me? He steps closer, boxes me in against the counter. I worship you, he says simply. Every day. Even when I'm distracted or busy or distant. You're the first thing I think about when I wake up and the last thing I think about before I sleep. Tears prick my eyes. You're making me cry into my pancakes. He laughs and wipes away a tear with his thumb. Eat. Before they get cold. We eat standing at the counter. No plates. Just forks and shared pancakes and stolen kisses between bites. It's messy and imperfect and absolutely perfect. I have to go into the office this afternoon, I say eventually. I know, and you probably have meetings. I canceled them. I blink. What? I cleared my afternoon. Told my assistant to reschedule everything. Min, you can't just. I can. And I did. He sets down his fork and looks at me seriously. Last night reminded me what matters. And it's not another acquisition or another deal. It's you. Us. This. My heart swells. So what are we doing this afternoon? I ask. Whatever you want. Dangerous question. I trust you. I consider. I need to shower. Properly. Without you distracting me. I make no promises. Min. He grins. Fine. Shower alone. Then what? Then maybe we go for a walk. Central Park. Like normal people. We are normal people. You're a billionaire CEO. And you're a VP at a major firm. We're both powerful. Both successful. That doesn't make us not normal. Fair point. Besides, he pulls me closer. I like the idea of walking through the park with my wife. Holding hands. Being domestic. You? Domestic? Don't sound so shocked. It's just, you're not exactly the PDA type. With you, I am. And he proves it. The shower is long and luxurious, and only slightly derailed when Min decides he needs to wash my hair himself. His hands in my hair, massaging my scalp, is almost as good as sex. Almost. By the time we're both clean and dressed, me in jeans and a sweater, him in dark jeans and a Henley, it's almost noon. We walk to Central Park hand in hand. The fall air is crisp. Leaves crunch under our feet. People jog past. Dogs bark. Kids laugh. It's beautifully, wonderfully ordinary. When's the last time we did this? I ask. Too long. We should do it more often. Agreed. We walk in comfortable silence for a while. Then Min says, "What are you thinking about?" "Last night." Yeah. How you made me wait. How you built up the anticipation. How by the time we actually... I trail off, blushing. By the time I was inside you? Yes. By then, I was already half gone. That was the point. You're very good at it. At making you wait. At making me want you so badly I can't think straight. He stops walking. Turns to face me. "Diana, I always want you that badly. Every single day. The only difference is I usually have more control. And last night, I'd reached my limit. For days of wanting you, of watching you move around our home in those little outfits you wear, of knowing exactly what you looked like naked under your work clothes. I couldn't take it anymore. So you made me suffer too." "Exactly." I shake my head, but I'm smiling. "You're terrible. You love it." "I do." He kisses me right there on the path. Deep and slow and not caring who sees. When he pulls back, I'm breathless. "Take me home," I say. Again. "Diana, you said you were sore." "I am. But I also want you. So we'll go slow." His eyes darken. "Slow, huh?" "Very slow. I can do slow." We make it back to the penthouse in record time. And Min keeps his word. Slow. So slow I'm shaking by the time he finally pushes inside me. So slow that when I come, it builds gradually, then crashes over me all at once. So slow that when he follows me over the edge, he holds me so tightly I can feel his heartbeat against mine. Afterward, we lie tangled together, sweaty and satisfied. "I could get used to this," I murmur. "Used to what?" "You taking time off work. Being here. With me. Don't get too used to it. I still have an empire to run." "I know." I trace patterns on his chest. "But maybe more of this? More balance." "More balance," he agrees. "I promise." And I believe him. Because this, us, it's worth protecting. Worth prioritizing. Worth everything. "I love you," I say for what feels like the 100th time today. "I love you too." He kisses my forehead. "More than anything. Even more than your company? Even more than that." "Wow. That's serious." He laughs. "It is. You're it for me, Diana. The only thing that matters." My eyes burn with happy tears. "You're it for me too," I whisper. We lie there as the afternoon light shifts across the bedroom. Eventually, I'll have to get up, go into the office, return to reality. But for now, I stay right here, in Min's arms, where I belong. Later that evening, after I've gone into the office and dealt with the aftermath of canceling my morning meetings, after Min has taken calls from Singapore and Seoul, after we've both returned to our respective empires, I'm sitting at my desk when my phone buzzes. A text from Min. "Tomorrow night. Dinner at home. Just us. I'm cooking." I smile. "You cooking 2 nights in a row? Who are you and what have you done with my husband?" "Funny. Be home by 7. Demanding. Always." I set down my phone, still smiling. For months married. And every day I discover something new about this man. Like the fact that he can cook. That he'll cancel meetings for me. That he loves me enough to make changes. That underneath all the power and control, he's just a man who wants to make his wife happy. And I'm just a woman who loves him more than she knew was possible. My phone buzzes again. "And Diana?" "Yes. Wear that black dress again. I'm not done with it yet." I laugh out loud in my empty office. Some things never change. And thank God for that.